Hey everyone, if you're anything like me, you're absolutely loving Dragonwilds right now. It's charming, it's chaotic, and it has dragons. What more could we honestly want? But since the game is in early access, there comes a point when you've built your base, you've fought your dragons, and you're kind of just waiting for that farming update. So today I have a list of awesome games for you to dive into while you wait. Now, just to be clear, this isn't sponsored video or anything like that. I just genuinely love these games, and I think you will too. RuneScape 3 and OSRS. Of course, we're going to start here. This channel's kind of dedicated to RuneScape content. Whether it's the nostalgia of old school RuneScape or the slick mechanics of RS3, there's always something here for everyone. If you haven't given it a try yet, I genuinely ask that you go and look at some of my videos. I think you'll be absolutely hooked on the game, or at least some of the more fun parts of the experience. Valheim. If you're specifically looking to scratch that Dragonwilds survival itch, Valheim is my go-to recommendation. Honestly, it feels like the blueprint for Dragonwilds. Valheim did it a couple of years ago, and Dragonwilds is trying to build on that. It's got a lot of the same mechanics, deep building systems, a tech tree where you're building out gear instead of doing research, giant boss fights, and it's got sailing, which we're still waiting for in RuneScape. Now, it supports up to 10 friends on a server, so get the whole gang together, and it still gets regular updates. The best part is, it's only about $20 on Steam, so it's absolutely worth a try. Now, if you're looking for something a little darker, maybe a bit scarier, check out 7 Days to Die. The zombie survival game has base building, looting, crafting, and a full leveling. It's a game that's been around forever, and it keeps evolving. And honestly, it's one of the more rewarding survival games out there. When you're able to survive one of those blood moons, you're gonna feel so good. It's such a challenge. However, this game is a little bit pricier. It's at about $40, but it really carries that gritty post-apocalyptic vibe, so I do suggest you check it out. By the way, if you're enjoying this list or you found any other new games to try out, don't forget to hit the like button. It helps more than you could possibly know to get this video out to other viewers. And if you got your own favorite Dragonwilds survival type game, drop it in the comments. I'm always hunting for the next gem to check out. Now, you can't talk about multiplayer survival games without mentioning Ark Survival Evolved. This one replaces the dragons and Dragonwilds with dinosaurs, and it's going to add guns. Lots and lots of guns. It's intense, chaotic, and also super unfair. But it's super fun once you get the hang of it, and it is fully online. You can play with as many people as you want on a server on there, and it really is a huge experience. There's some massive bosses to fight and some really crazy things to do, and I still haven't even completed everything in there. The base game is around $15, but there's a remastered version out that runs and looks a little bit better. But they're also cooking up Ark 2, so keep your eye out for that as well if you just want to wait and dive in there. But any Ark game you play, just be prepared to lose your base and all of your dinos more than once. If you're looking for something that's less stressful than Ark or even the new Dragonwilds after the update, I do recommend a game like The Planet Crafter. It's peaceful, it's a single player survival game, and your goal is to slowly terraform the planet and make it livable. There's no base raids, there's no enemies, it's just you out in space with a bunch of cool gadgets. But do be careful because you could black out sometimes in the game. You build and launch rockets, you explore, and you never really lose your stuff. This game left early access kind of recently, but it has come out with its first DLC and is still getting regular updates, including vehicles recently. You can check it out on Steam for around $24. And for my social people, those of you who got all of your friends together and you want to keep that kind of energy going, I have two awesome MMO survival games for you. Try Palia if you're into a cozy community building game. This one is so much more about collecting things and getting to know the villagers than it is about building the best house, but that is part of the challenge. On the flip side, if you still like some of that challenge, I recommend you play Conan Exiles. You can build a base in there, you can do all the same things we're doing in Dragonwilds, but you can do it with your friends, and you can even get some henchmen to come along with you and take on some giant boss fights and stuff just like that. Of course, these are just a few options. There's so many other survival games out there, and depending on your vibe and playstyle. These just happen to be some of my personal favorite picks, and let me know about any other game you're moving to after your Dragonwilds binge down below. If you do end up finding something else cool or even trying out one of these, please let me and the other viewers know what you're thinking, what you're doing. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe and get out there and escape some runes.